Right, so what are we going to have a little rant about today, eh? Oh, everybody likes a good rant, and as anybody who knows me will tell you, I like ranting as much as the next man. Possibly even more so. So today's rant, eh? Companies and customers that we deliver to. Not just we as in us as a company, all of us. Truck drivers in general. And booking in times. So I'm here now in a large place. When I say large, it's largish. I won't name any names, but it's in Redditch. And if one is a truck driver of any renown, you will probably have a good guess at who I mean. I get here at 13:57. He noted it down on this sheet. My booking in time was 2 PM. I have now been here 1.5 hours. Not in a bay or anything, just parked in their yard. Now this is very, very common, so if any of you don't drive trucks, you might be surprised to hear that companies insist you have a booking and get there at a particular time. If you get there late, they will often keep you waiting for many hours because you've inconvenienced them in some way. But if you happen to get there on time, if you have the audacity to arrive somewhere on time, they still keep you waiting, often for many, many hours. Now, my point is, this is ridiculous. We are not mobile storage units. A truck with its trailer is designed, because the wheels on the bloody thing are a clue, to move things from one place to a next. Storage units generally don't have wheels. And if a company needs extra storage, you can buy these storage units, and they have stilts on them and stuff. Instead of expecting us to sit around in your yards for hours and hours and hours, days, weeks and months of our lives, storing stuff for you because you can't be bloody arsed to take it off. So what I would say is, why can you not just stop lying to us? Why don't you just give us booking in times that are accurate? It's not much to ask, is it? So the idea would be, this is absolutely revolutionary, you're going to find this amazing. The idea would be, you give us a booking in time, we arrive at our booking in time, and you unload us. It's amazing, isn't it? Instead of sitting us here now for an hour and a half, and that's actually a very short period of time to be sat somewhere. Normally you'll be sat here for 2, 3, 4 hours. Yes, and just don't lie to us. Basically, the 2 o'clock booking in time is a lie. No intention of unloading me at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So what was the point in asking me to be here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? I've now wasted 2 or 3 hours of my tachograph because you're using me as a mobile storage unit. When I say you, I just mean in general. And it's not right. It makes transport massively inefficient and pushes up rates in the long run, even though rates are, and transport companies are paid way too little for what they do anyway. A lot of these companies don't realise it's the same as the insurance scams, isn't it? About people claiming for whiplash and all sorts. You push your own insurance up. At the end of the day, all these trucks sitting around all over the country for days, weeks and months of a year, it often gets paid for somehow. So people at the top often, I don't think, can possibly know about this because they've got trucks sitting in their yards for hours. And what's the point? What is the bloody point? I could have started 2 hours later this morning, which gives me a much longer day to be able to work. Do you know what I mean? But now I'm going to be sitting here for 2 hours before I get on a bay, which takes 2 hours off the end of the day, which means I might not get a ferry, which knocks it on all the way into next week. This is a proper full-blown rant I'm going into here, isn't it? It just really pisses me off. The inefficiencies of these big companies is disgusting. And it's not right. It isn't right. Why should we have to suffer because they are useless and inefficient? Because they have not enough warehouse staff, or they have warehouse staff that are sat there bloody picking their ears or whatever, drinking cups of tea every 5 minutes, or warehouses that aren't big enough. That's another classic one. Oh, I'm sorry, driver, we haven't got space. Well, why did you bloody order the fucking stuff in the first place then, eh? Oh, you'll have to wait, we've got to make some space. Well, why order it? For sake, it was a perfectly good warehouse at the other end. Why do you leave it there for a couple of days? Sorry, it's just one of those subjects that really bloody riles me. And nothing's moved here. I've been sat here for an hour and a half and about 3 trucks have moved. It's pathetic. All the trucks that were down there on the bay when I got here are still on the bay. What takes that long to unload 26 pallets? You know, In the time it takes them to unload 26 pallets, you could take every one off, take every box off and bloody scan every bleeding box. So that's my rant for today, and if you have any comments on this subject yourself, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, like it. If you're one of these arseholes that keeps us waiting for hours, dislike it. Do what you like, quite frankly. Yeah, so... Sorry, that did launch into a proper rant. It just pisses me off. They cost us money, they cost transport companies no end of money. We get paid too little for what we do anyway. The rates are way too low. It's like in transport, they try and shaft you every step of the way. Everybody you deal with tries to shaft you. And it's not good enough. Basically what we need is a website naming and shaming these bloody companies. But whether it'd do any good, who knows? It probably wouldn't, because they're just inefficient, useless arseholes, aren't they, at the end of the day? And I'm not talking about any particular company like the one I'm at now. I'm talking about in general. And it's just not good enough. They loaded me in 40 minutes. I got to a place the other day, dead on my booking time. They put me on a bay, and they took off 26 pallets in 12 minutes. Why can't everybody do that? The truck's on the bay, take stuff off it. That's not rocket science, is it? That's what it's there for. So yeah, booking in times should be realistic and not lies. That's the general gist of this. So yeah, please feel free to comment and whatnot, like, and watch any of my other multitude of ramshackle videos, and I shall see you again next week on the LukeVernonLorryDriver.com channel. Ha!